This week's topic is gender expression. I'm sorry if there's movement or something. The cat is kind of being snuggly tonight. Sorry, Coo Kitty. So, gender expression. Difference between sex, gender, and gender expression. Sex is the physical parts you have, meaning male or female parts, I believe. Well, I don't know if male or female are politically correct terms for it. Whether you have a penis, a vagina, both, some combination. Uh, Gender is um, your internal feeling of where you align on the gender scale, whether you align with male, female, agender, genderqueer. There's an endless number of gender identities, really. And gender expression is how you physically present your self, or how you present yourself to, I guess it's not necessarily physically, it's how you present yourself to other people outwardly. So, like what clothes you wear, uh, how you choose to express yourself to people, like verbally and your mannerisms. It's it's basically, and then the important thing to remember is that your gender expression doesn't designate your gender identity. You can, like, cross dressing, for example. I'm currently starting to be in a drag show, but I don't identify as female at all. I was actually kind of worried about whether or not I would be passing enough to be in it as a male. So your gender expression and your gender identity don't always have to line up. I'm pretty androgynous mentally, and most of my gender expression matches that, considering that I wear very, very androgynous clothing. Um, and Koo, why you shake your food out of the bowl? Weird cat is weird. Sorry this is late. My shoulders have been killing me all day, so I've kind of been dying and exhausted. Yeah, look, starting to develop bruises. It sucks. Personal gender expression. So I wear a lot of genderless clothing, I suppose. I wear plain shirts. They're male shirts, male cut, but I don't really pay attention to that, I guess. They're not super baggy. They're not super tight fitting either. I wear skinny jeans, the same jeans that I wore before I started my transition, because I just like skinny jeans, and they're what I have, and I don't really have a lot of money to go out and buy more stuff. Um, as I guess my gender expression could also be described in the way that I choose to do drag. I chose to do drag primarily as a female, though I don't want to rule out the option of doing male drag as well. About half the cast is transitioning anyway, so it's not really a drag show, mostly. Um, uh, I never, I've never really, even when I wore dresses before my transition, they felt kind of like cross-dressing anyway, so I guess that's kind of where my idea for me being okay with it kind of came from. My God, Koo, you are so needy. Um, Relationship between passing and gender expression, my thoughts on it. Your gender expression does affect how well you pass, I suppose, sometimes. It obviously doesn't have everything to do with it. For example, when I wear female clothing, because T has changed my body, I no longer appear female. So I still pass as a male wearing female clothing. Sorry, my ink is itching. And let's see. The other relationship between passing. If you're early in your transition, sometimes your gender expression can affect how well you pass with others, or I suppose later as well. It depends how you choose to present yourself to others. Um, for example, if I still looked incredibly feminine, I probably would not necessarily choose to wear feminine clothing or drag even probably. Um, if I were afraid that it would affect how well I passed. But that's not an issue with me now. Um, Living stealth, you might, I don't know. It's it irritates me that there is a relationship between your gender expression and passing, though I understand obviously sociologically and logically why it is, because society is used to a certain norm, and so they perceive you that way based on it. Um, Even though it isn't necessarily, it's like designating something masculine or feminine which are concepts that humanity made up. Male and female exist, but masculine and feminine are human concepts. Anyway, so if you wear, I suppose, cross-dressing clothing, like female clothing, as a trans man, um, it depending on where you are in your transition, how you look, your structure, your body, as opposed to your clothing, and makeup or whatever you put on. Um, I suppose it could be affected. Um, and if that's something that you're super aware of, you might want to think about that. But I know guys who didn't necessarily pass super well, who have still chosen to cross dress from time to time, and I think they're brave. I mean, I wasn't comfortable with that early in my transition. It's taken a long time, but still. Anyway, I guess that's all I have to say. I'm sorry I'm really boring. I'm really tired. It's like 3:10 a.m. and Koo is being really obnoxious. Anyway, and I work tomorrow and I have a rehearsal. So I'm gonna go to bed and I'll see you guys soon.